Tap them, baby. Tap them! Hello, humans, and welcome to another episode of Gen X Gamer. Today we're going to talk about the legacy, believe it or not, the legacy of the Intellivision Amico and one Tommy Tallarico, because he's the man behind the ideas. That's right, the great leader, the man that was behind the company before they stole it from him. That's my conspiracy theory, guys. They stole the company away from Tommy because I know that he would have spent every single last dollar of the investors' money trying to deliver that console. He would have brought my wood grain right to me. That's what I believe. And that's why they made him step down. They stole his dream. But his ideas live on today. Let me prove it to you. AAA gaming in general, stole a lot of his ideas. You don't believe me? Okay. All right, I know what you're thinking. This beaner's crazy. I know some of you are thinking that for sure, right? A little too much Taco Bell. Let me tell you, yo quiero Taco Bell, but also, I'm telling you the truth. The truth, baby. Idea number one. I'm gonna go to the facts. The facts. First we go with the first culprit, Nintendo. Nintendo, that's right. They had that key card incident. Remember? People were all pissed off. Oh, key cards. You know, it's not, the game's not in there, yada, yada, yada. And I'm sitting in the toilet one day, and I'm reading this article, and my wife's going like, why is this guy so long in the can? She's looking for me. Hey, all great ideas, those of you who are smart people, come to you in the can. At least the dads, you know this. Regardless, guys, it got me to thinking, where have I heard this concept before? Where? Look at these boxes right here. Look. Huh? Just a code in a card for a game? What are key cards? Hello? That's right. Intellivision Amico. Number two, game sharing. Remember, all you had to do with the Amico is take your controller to another friend's house, and if they had the Amico, all you have to do is sign in there and boom. You're sharing the games that he had, at least while he's there. Nintendo wants a game. Again, game sharing. Game sharing, not so crazy now, is it? Two ideas? You think that's a coincidence? I don't think so. The great leader was ahead of his time. Don't besmirch him. Number three. Number three goes to Atari, who bought Intellivision. Now, if you remember, Intellivision, the Intellivision Amico, had the light messaging system. You know, I can't remember what the patent name was, but basically the controls would change color depending what was going on in the game. But you know, what player you were, what color character you were, what you were supposed to do in the game, it would prompt you with colors, right? That was the color messaging system. What is Atari doing now? It's highlighting buttons on the controller of the ones that you're going to use. Coincidence? I think not. And number four, this is the nail in the coffin right here. What was Tommy criticized for in the beginning? It was taking the money up front. I want my console money right now. I want to make profit right now. Remember, everybody was, railing him for that. CU podcast, magazines, YouTubers, hey, this thing's too expensive. They're trying to make money on the front end. That's why it's going to fail, yada, yada. Fair enough. He didn't want to lose money on the console. He wanted his money right away. He wanted to make profit on the console. Nobody's disputing that. But you know who's doing that now? Nintendo. Xbox, $800, $649, hello. Nintendo, $600, go on Alibaba. They even offer a payment plan. Have you heard that before? Hello. Pre-orders. Hello? PlayStation had to raise their prices. Everybody's raising prices. You know what PlayStation's doing now is they're lessening the memory. It's deflation for the same price, so they don't raise the console prices. They're doing you a favor. They're giving you less, you know, like an Intellivision Amico with one controller, so they don't have to charge you more to give you a break, right? I think I've made my case pretty clear. The Intellivision Amico maybe didn't succeed. Tommy Tallaricos didn't launch it, but his ideas still remained in the market. Now, a lot of you are going to say, oh, those were there from before. I don't even know. I hadn't even heard about. No. Don't besmirch the man. Remember, he's a backgammon world champion. He's a world-renowned recording artist. He's played over 700 and some odd thousand people in China. Most of them not on the stadium, but doesn't matter. Right? He's the only person you know that runs around airports with 100 G's. Do you? Of course not. Man, I couldn't believe it, guys. I couldn't believe it. I mean, some of these ideas, you know, they were his. Say what you want about the man, but he was an innovator. Oh, great leader. You know what my dream would be? My dream would be with some millionaire, you know, just like they did with SNK. You know, maybe even Kanye, they want to launch the TurboGrafx 16 and just get, here, Tommy, take all the money. Do whatever you need to do, right? And we could just film it. That would be my idea, right? My ultimate reality show, but it's never going to happen. I think Tommy has lost the taste for launching consoles, you know, and he'd much rather have a happy marriage than get into that madness again and everything that goes with it. The console was a complete disaster. The launch was a complete disaster. But you know what? Some of the ideas weren't bad. All right, humans, I'm glad you were here. I had to make another video, you know, something a little entertaining. There's not a lot of news other than, you know, John driving the company with shell companies and destroying the legacy and all that. There's not really a lot of news, you know. If there's something to talk about, you know, I'll talk about it. This just came to mind. You know, seriously, I was just reading an article on the toilet and I was like, wait a minute. And then what clinched it is once I saw Atari light up buttons, I knew that Tommy's legacy continues. Guys, thank you so much for subscribing, for your comments, everything else. You know, share, join, whatever you want to do to support the channel. I'd be most grateful to you to get out of the shadow ban because we talk too much smack. I'll catch you on the next one. Take care. New videos every Monday and Sunday. Thank you for joining me on another episode of the Gen X Gamer. Remember to like and subscribe, click that notification bell, and remember, never ever be afraid to be happy. I'll catch you on the next one. Take care.